In infrastructure development, government projects must follow strict guidelines to ensure fairness and accountability. And one of the most critical laws governing this process is Republic Act number 9184, also known as the Government Procurement Reform Act, enacted in 2003. This law provides a standardized framework for procuring goods, infrastructure, and consulting services in all government agencies. So, good day everyone. Today, along with Ms. Lindel May L. Pangilinan, we will discuss its purpose, scope, methods, and real world implications. But before anything else, we need to understand what procurement is since the Republic Act we will be discussing revolves around it. So, in its simplest form, when we say procurement, ito yung process ng pagbili, pag-upa, or pagkontrata natin ng mga products, services, or infrastructures. So proceeding to our main topic, Republic Act number 9184, also known as the Government Procurement Reform Act, establishes the legal framework for government procurement in the Philippines. So itong batas na to nagsiserve as basis ng government in acquiring goods, services, and infrastructure projects. It aims to ensure transparency, competitiveness, and accountability. So, meaning to say, walang hidden deals, dapat fair ang competition among suppliers, and um, merong proper management of public funds. And para mas maayos ang pagpapatupad ng batas na ito, the implementing rules and regulations, IRR, were created. And this IRR consists of 78 sections that detail the procedures and guidelines for procurement. And these regulations help standardize procurement, maiiwasan ng corruption, at magiging mas efficient yung mga transactions ng government. That's why understanding this law is important, especially in the field of civil engineering, since many infrastructure projects fall under government procurement. So, throughout this discussion, we will explore its key provisions and real life applications to better grasp its importance. And also, this is just a summary of the RA 9184, but still, we will make sure that at the end of this presentation, maintindihan nyo ng maayos itong batas na ito. So Article 1, General Provisions. Section 1 of RA 9184 simply states that this law shall be known as the Government Procurement Reform Act. It establishes its official name for legal reference. Section 2 declares the policy of the law, emphasizing the government's commitment to good governance in procurement. So, this means that the law aims to promote transparency, ensuring that procurement activities are open for public scrutiny, competitiveness, allowing fair competition among suppliers and contractors, accountability, making sure that public officials and suppliers are responsible for their actions, efficiency, ensuring that procurement processes are streamlined to avoid delays, and lastly, public monitoring, allowing the public to oversee procurement activities. So this is important because dati, aware naman tayo na government projects were often prone to corruption and efficiency due to a lack of clear rules. So this law addresses those issues. Section 4, Scope and Application. RA 9184 applies to all government branches, government owned and controlled corporations, and local government units regardless of the funding source. This means that all procurement activities using public funds must adhere to the law's provisions. So for instance, yung local government natin nakatanggap ng foreign aid for road construction. So dapat yung project na yon must still follow RA 9184's guidelines, ensuring fairness and accountability. So hindi pwedeng hindi. And Section 5 defines key terms used in the Act such as ABC, approved budget for the contract. So this is the maximum budget allocated for a project. Bids and Awards Committee, BAC, the committee responsible for overseeing the procurement process. Bidding documents, wherein ito yung mga documents that outline project specifications and requirements. So these definitions help ensure that all parties involved in procurement have a clear understanding of the terms used in the law. So Section 6, Standardization of Procurement Process and Forms. So these sections section rather mandates that procurement processes and forms must be standardized to ensure transparency, efficiency, and uniformity across all government agencies. So for example, yung ibang government offices ay gumamit ng different bidding documents, so it would lead to confusion and inefficiency. So standardization ensures that all procurement follows the same clear process. Next is Article 2, Procurement Planning. So, Section 7 lang yung under dito, which emphasizes that procurement planning must be aligned with the approved budget of the government agency. So, this prevents unnecessary spending and ensures that projects have adequate funding before they start. So, for example, if a municipality plans to build a complex kunwari, they must ensure that the budget is available before they even begin the bidding process. Hindi puwedeng todo bidding na sila tapos wala pa palang naka-prepare na budget. So, kapag ganito yung ginawa nila, possible na yung project na yun ay, yes, masisimulan siya pero left unfinished due to a lack of funds. Next is Article 3, Procurement by Electronic Means. So, Section 8 introduces the Government Electronic Procurement System, PhilGEPS, as the primary platform for all government procurement activities. So, PhilGEPS serves as the central portal where bid invitations, contracts awards, and procurement updates are posted. So, this is crucial in promoting transparency since it allows contractors and the public to access procurement of opportunities and monitor the bidding process. So Section 9, Security, Integrity, and Confidentiality. So PhilGEPS is also required to maintain the security and confidentiality of submitted documents. This prevents tampering, data breaches, or unauthorized access to sensitive procurement information. Next is Article 4, Competitive Bidding. So, competitive bidding is the default method of procurement under RA 9184. So, this ensures that multiple suppliers or contractors compete fairly for a project, leading to better quality and lower costs. So, for instance, kunwari kailangan ng government natin ng bagong mga fire trucks, so they must conduct a public bidding where different suppliers ay pwedeng mag-submit ng proposals. So the contract will then be awarded to the best offer, syempre, ensuring the government gets the best value for money. Next is Article 5, Bids and Awards Committee. So Section 11 states that every government agency must establish a Bids and Awards Committee, BAC, responsible for overseeing the procurement process. So dapat BAC is composed of members from different sectors para ma-ensure yung neutrality. And Section 12, Functions of the BAC. So, the BAC has several key responsibilities, including na dito yung posting bid invitations, nag-eligibility check sila, nag evaluate ng mga submitted bids, and syempre, nag-award ng contracts to the most qualified bidder. So, this ensures that all procurement activities comply with the law. Section 13, Observers. So, to enhance transparency, dapat at least two independent observers from private organizations or NGOs must be invited to oversee the procurement process. And ang role nila dito is to ensure that bidding is conducted fairly and free from corruption or bias. So, parang spectator sila ganun. Sa Section 14 naman, the BAC Secretariat is responsible for providing administrative support to the BAC gaya ng record keeping and document preparation. And this ensures an organized and efficient procurement process. So Section 15, Honoraria of BAC members. So dito sa section na to, in-state na BAC members may receive additional compensation up to 25% of their monthly salary in the form of honoraria, pero it is subject to budget availability and Department of Budget and Management regulations. And for the last section under Article 5, Section 16, Professionalization of BAC, and technical working groups, to improve procurement efficiency, training programs must be implemented to enhance the knowledge and skills of BAC members and technical working groups. So through this, it guarantees that government procurement officials are well equipped and prepared para mag-handle ng complex procurement processes. Next is Article 6, Preparation of Bidding Documents. So, under Section 17, Form and Contents of bidding documents must include essential details such as the project scope, technical specifications, budget allocation, and contract terms. So, itong mga details na to will provide clarity to bidders and prevent misinterpretation. Section 18 prohibits government agencies from specifying brand names in their procurement requirements. So instead, yung specifications kasi dapat ay nakafocus sa performance and quality standards. So this ensures fair competition among suppliers and prevents favoritism toward specific brands. So para iwas bias talaga. Section 19, access to information. So, all procurement related information must be accessible to the public except for confidential documents, syempre. So, this enhances transparency and allows stakeholders to monitor government spending. Next is Article 7, Invitation to Bid. Under Section 20, Pre-Procurement Conference, so dapat bago magsimula ang bidding process, a pre-procurement conference must be held to ensure na lahat ng requirements are met and funding is secured. So this helps prevent issues that may cause delays later in the process. In Section 21, advertising and invitation to bid. All bidding opportunities must be advertised through PhilGEPS and other public channels to ensure na makakarating yung information sa lahat ng qualified bidder. So dapat sa invitation nandun yung project details, eligibility criteria, and syempre yung submission deadlines. And last section for Article 7, pre-bid conference. So a pre-bid conference allows potential bidders to seek clarifications regarding the project. So dito sa conference na to, mabibigyan ng chance lahat ng bidders to ask for clarification. And also this ensures that all bidders have a clear understanding of the requirements before submitting their proposals. Next is Article 8, Receipt and Opening of Bids. So, Section 23 establishes the eligibility requirements that bidders must meet when participating in the procurement of goods and infrastructure projects. So, the objective of this section is to ensure na lahat ng interested bidders have fair access to government projects while complying with established legal and technical requirements. Section 24 defines the eligibility criteria and shortlisting process for consulting services. So this section ensures that only qualified and capable consultants are considered for government or institutional projects, maintaining transparency, fairness, and competitiveness in the selection process. Section 25 ensures an organized and fair bidding process by requiring bidders to submit both technical and financial documents separately but at the same time. So the BAC controls the timeline, balancing efficiency with the need for bidders to prepare competitive offers. So rejecting late bids maintains discipline and fairness. The provision also allows the GPPB to implement modernized bidding methods such as electronic submissions via the Government Electronic Procurement System (GEPS) to improve accessibility and efficiency. Section 26 naman ensures fairness and order in the bidding process. So sa modifications, inaalaw yung mga bidder to correct or improve their bids pero they must follow strict rules to maintain transparency. And on the other hand, withdrawal naman allows bidders to back out without penalties but hindi na sila pwedeng sumali ulit sa same bidding process to avoid manipulation or unfair competition. Sorry po. For Section 27, bid security serves as a safeguard to ensure that bidders are serious about their offers. So it prevents bidders from backing out after being awarded the contract, which could delay the procurement process. So the amount and form of the bid security, gaya ng cash or bank guarantee, are detailed in the RRR. So kapag yung winning bidder fails to proceed with the contract, they forfeit the bid security as a penalty. Section 28 ensures that bids remain binding for a reasonable period to allow time for evaluation and contract awarding. So the validity period is crucial to prevent bidders from withdrawing their offers before a decision is made. And for the last section under Article 8, the BAC must conduct the bid opening publicly to ensure transparency. So this step allows all stakeholders to witness the process and confirm that no bid is altered or manipulated. And keeping official minutes ensures accountability, and the public can request access to these records for a fee. Okay, so next is Article 9, bid evaluation. So in Section 30, before evaluating bids, the BIC checks if lahat ng required technical documents ay naipasa na ng mga bidder. So this step ensures that only compliant bids move forward to financial evaluation. And if a bid lacks any required document, automatically disqualified na. Sa Section 31, it sets the approved budget for the contract or ABC as the maximum bid price. So any bid na mag exceed sa ABC is automatically disqualified, ensuring transparency and para ma-prevent yung overpricing. So however, there is no lower limit. So meaning to say, yung mga bidder are allowed to offer lower prices as long as they meet the required standards. And this promotes a fair competition, cost efficiency, and proper use of public funds. So, Section 32 requires the BAC to evaluate bids based on their financial components wherein irarang sila from lowest to highest. So, yung bid na may pinakamababang price, yun yung tinatawag na lowest calculated bid or LCB. However, hindi porket LCB, automatic nang mananalo na yun sa contract. So, it must first undergo post-qualification where BAC checks if the bidder meets legal, technical, and financial requirements. And if the bidder passes naman, so the bid becomes the lowest calculated responsive bid or LCRB and is recommended na siya for awarding. Pero if the bidder fails, yung next na may pinakamababang bid, yun yung i-evaluate. So, Section 33 naman requires a numerical evaluation of consulting service bids based on experience, performance, and methodology. So, bawat bid ay i-scorean siya according to this criteria and the highest rated bidder is invited for negotiation. So, kapag nag-fail naman yung negotiation, yung next highest ranked bidder yung i-consider. So, dire-diretso lang to until an agreement is reached. So, next is Article 10, post-qualification. Section 34, the post-qualification process verifies whether the lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid meets all requirements before awarding a contract. So this includes checking legal documents, financial capacity, technical qualifications, and past performance. So kapag yung bidder fails to comply, they are disqualified. And yung next rank bidder yung mag-undergo sa same verification process. Tapos dire-diretso lang 'to until a responsive bid is found. And kapag naman walang bidder na nag-qualified, so the bidding process may be declared a failure, leading to a rebidding. So, parang magkakaroon ng rebidding. So, sa Section 35 defines a failure of bidding as a situation where no bids are received, walang bid na nag-qualify, or the winning bidder refuses to accept the award. So, kapag nangyari to, the procuring entity can either conduct a rebidding, kaya yung sabi ko kanina, or proceed with negotiated procurement. And so, pag sinabing rebidding kasi, so it allows for another round of competition, while yung negotiated procurement naman enables direct invitations to suppliers to submit offers. So, Section 36 allows the awarding of contract to a single qualified bidder if they meet all the necessary requirements and offer the best value for the government. So, para makonsider ang isang bidder, dapat makapag-submit ng lahat ng required documents, makapasa sa evaluation of technical, legal, and financial criteria, and ensure na yung proposed price nila ay hindi mag exceed sa approved budget for the contract. So kahit na isang bidder lang naman yung nag-qualify, the government must still verify that the bid remains reasonable and advantageous to public funds. So that would be all for my part, and the remaining articles will be presented by my partner live.